John Legend, Sheryl Crow, Elvis Costello, and Alanis Morissette star in the MGM Plus original series, Words and Music. Iconic artists share intimate performances and the stories behind the songs. New episodes Sundays on MGM Plus.
Every Who down in Who Newville liked the holidays a ton. But where to get great prices on gifts, they had no idea. None. They searched and they searched for great gifts under $25. Gifts for spouses and friends and even their toddlers. When suddenly one Who shouted, Walmart has what you want, knowing they have Lego, Tree Hut, and low prices to flaunt. So they enjoy the holiday season as Who's often do. Cheering and shouting, Walmart has incredible gifts. Who knew? Find gifts they'll love under $25 at Walmart.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Spin Shuffle Skip on the There Can Only Be One podcast channel. We are knee deep into the Avengers albums run through with album number 4, and it comes with someone who joined the MCU a little later in the game, a phase 3 entry. We're talking about Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, and here to join me for this episode, Lyle Robishaw's back on the show. Lyle, how are you doing, man?
I am doing great, Jason. This has been a super fun little series we got going on here, and I dare say we may have hit the peak of it with this one.
Oh yeah, no, this album is fire. It is solid and really good.
Tippity top of my notes page. I was not familiar with your game, Brie Larson. Like, this was a pleasant surprise out of left field.
We knew some of these albums out there existed, kind of like the same way that I knew that Leonard Nimoy had Legend of Bilbo Baggins, and
Bilbo.
And then we had, I can't, which one was it? It was Leonard Nimoy or William Shatner, the Transformed Man. I can't remember which one it was, but
I think it was Shatner.
Yeah, because there's some Lucy,
but come on,
in the sky with diamonds.
His version of Rocket Man is put that in the Smithsonian. Come on, that's just the best. Like, just not that it's a great musical rendition, but just that it happened. That exists.
I have no problem with Shatner going to space. I would have liked it if they had taken the albums and thrown them out into space and left them there.
The William Shatner Rocket Man cover belongs in the same wing of the museum as the Randy Savage rap album.
We're going to have to start our own little museum of albums that should not be.
I don't know. They need to exist. We've been over this. That exists so other things can exist.
Let's head down to Cleveland, go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and make that wing of the hall. Randy
Savage, first ballad, Hall of Famer.
All right. Well, now we're talking about Brie Larson and her album, finally Out of P.E. And people will remember too that she appeared in the Scott Pilgrim movie, but 5 years earlier, Brie Larson pumps out this album. Released October 18th, 2005, sold approximately 4,000 copies. There were 2 singles off of this one, She Said and Life After You. So, remember 2005?
Yes, I do.
Avril was still a big thing.
Yep, exactly, man. And you know what? Sometimes you wear the inspiration on your sleeve.
But I mean, also you had artists like Michelle Branch out there, Kim Stockwood. You had a lot of really, really good female rock artists out there.
And let me tell you, Brie Larson's one of them.
Oh, yeah. Like
this, exactly what I said. This belongs up there with all of the other like pop rock, girl albums of the time. It could hang. This is a really good album that I can't believe only sold 4,000 copies.
I have on this show multiple times said don't sleep on Jennifer Love Hewitt's albums. I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on this Brie Larson disc. It's pretty damn good.
It is very good. I was blown away because I came into these, like I said, each one of these Avengers albums with certain expectations.
Mhm.
This is one I didn't really have any expectations for because, admittedly, other than Scott Pilgrim and the Marvel stuff, I haven't seen a lot of Brie Larson.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't really know what I'm getting into here, but I was not expecting this level of quality whatsoever.
The sad thing too is I know for a stretch Brie Larson was getting a lot of backlash online. You know, people were just like Captain Marvel says. You know what? Brie Larson, the talented singer, talented musician, talented actress. Everyone else just sit down. We're in Brie Larson's world.
I honestly don't. I think Captain Marvel was good. I also think The Marvels was good. There's a very dark side to the comic fandom.
Mm-hmm.
We all know this. There's a very dark basement dwelling side that gets their backs up whenever something that isn't, Iron Man or Captain America gets in front of them, and they're like, oh yeah, here comes, force this, and we're just trying to woman power it. Captain Marvel's an integral part of the comic books.
Yep.
An integral part of the Avengers. Is their nuclear bomb, is the one that they call in when stuff gets rough and they need somebody who's nigh indestructible. It's usually Captain Marvel because nigh indestructible. So I had no problems with any of the movies. Her bit in Avengers Endgame was really good. Yeah, and Scott Pilgrim. Like she could live off the Scott Pilgrim awesomeness for her whole career if she wanted to.
But like, even smaller films that she's in, she's damn good in them too.
She's a good actress. So no, I won't take any hate for sure. I don't think she's nearly as problematic as a lot of people let on.
All right, well, it's time to give Brie some more flowers. Lon, I'm going to start with you. Your spin pick off this disc.
One of the singles for a reason. It's Life After You. Holy crap. Right out of the gate. This was what made me, like I said, listen to all of these albums back to back to back for this little series that we've done. Listen to this one last. So I was kind of in this time frame of what now? And then immediately it riffs into this, and it almost has a Nickelback sample in there with I was like, whoa, okay, this slaps. This is really good. Yeah, best song. There's a reason it was the single Life After You. Easy.
I mean, you know what's funny? The singles weren't the ones that necessarily did it for me.
Really? What one did you pick for the spin?
For my spin, I ended up going with Done With Like.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
This one lives in that perfect mid-tempo, riff chugging, quiet bridge, sing-along chorus. Like, this is everything that made the Avril era and the Michelle Branch era really, really good. And if you listen to the songs that all kind of came out around that same time, they all kind of had a vibe to them. And guess what? They had that vibe for a reason, because it worked.
Yeah. She does a great job here of taking bits and pieces from all of the big acts at that time and putting them together great.
Yeah.
She borrows from here, borrows from there, sprinkles a little bit of her own thing on it. And yeah, it's not like groundbreaking. It's not changing the mold, but it fits the mold very, very well.
To the same token as well, and I want to point out this, right? A lot of these songs, Brie Larson is a co-songwriter. So this isn't just one of those things where, people hand Brie a bunch of songs and go, here, sing this. No, Brie is actually a good songwriter.
And she's also done her own share of writing for movies and stuff. She's done a couple Netflix original movies, I think, that she basically wrote and directed both of them.
Wasn't Unicorn Party was one of them, I think it was.
That's exact. Now, Unicorn something. I can't remember exactly what it was. Wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, so I didn't see it. But still, not a lot of actors do that. Go out on a limb and make their own stuff. And like you said, it's really easy if you're making these kinds of albums to have somebody hand you something and go, you can make money. All you have to do is sing this. Yeah. Perfect. I'll go do that. No, there was like this was a work of art. You can tell that there was a lot of actual like feeling put into it, and it hits the mark.
Yeah, Unicorn Store is actually the name of the film. I got it slightly wrong here. But
well, I was going to say Unicorn Flea Market or something, but I didn't want to sound stupid. I was like, it's unicorn, some kind of shopping area. But
Where's a unicorn kiosk at some
yeah,
point?
unicorn unicorn haberdashery. I'll raise you one.
Yeah, it's right outside the Tower of Records at the mall, the unicorn
Yeah,
kiosk.
unicorn kiosk. That's amazing.
All right, for my shuffle pick, I'm going with what she brought in from the slower side. I'm going with Falling into History.
Yeah, that's one of the more downtrodden ones for sure.
Most of the best slow songs from that early 2000s era, and really from any era, especially in the 90s, songs that you could easily picture yourself with an acoustic guitar by a campfire and, strumming along and singing along. This feels like that good strumming campfire type song.
Yep, definitely. You got your 3 chords to the world kind of thing. I can definitely see it.
Yeah. To the same reason why a song like I'm With You from Avril Lavigne, which was also featured in Deadpool and Wolverine. You're welcome there. Another Marvel reference.
There you go. A little bring it all around.
Right. Well, it's all one big multiverse of music, right?
It is. It 100%. This proves it. This kind of album proves it.
But I mean, you can tell the quality of a song, or at least where it probably came from, if you can picture yourself sitting down with an acoustic guitar only and still being able to pull off the song in a way that does the song justice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And really, you can't go wrong with a decent ballad every now and then.
Yeah, you got to throw a couple in, especially on an album like this. If you're going to do early 2000s, pop rock, you got to have a ballad or two.
Oh,
which
absolutely.
was the style at the time.
All right. So what's your shuffle pick?
I had 2 that I was really fighting. So my honorable mention is Shoebox, because damn, that's a good song. This is all I have written underneath it. But my shuffle pick officially is finally Out of P.E.
Oh, there you go.
The title track. Because I was just sitting there going track for track on this, and I'm like, what is happening right now? Why do I love this as much as I do? The fact that this only sold 4,000 copies is actually kind of baffling to me.
Well, again, keep in mind, Brie Larson at this point is not Brie Larson Captain Marvel, right? This is 2005. Just to put it into perspective, by this point, Brie Larson had only been in 3 films. Madison as Racing Girl number 2. And then in 2004, she was in 13 Going on 30 as Six Chick. And then in the movie Sleepover. And then this album came out. So it's not like people really know Brie Larson. And Brie Larson's role wasn't necessarily that big in that film. You did have Alexa Vega in there. You had Jane Lynch. You had Steve Carell. You had Scout Taylor Compton, who would then go on to be in the 2007 Rob Zombie Halloween film. So you did have some decent namers in there. Brie Larson's kind of down on the list, and she's not the household name that she is today.
It's funny because that makes it feel like this is almost like her experimental period kind of thing, which it's crazy because I feel like if she would have been a bigger name and more people would have gotten their hands on this would have taken off. It's amazing to me that this didn't sell more than it did, because I think if this would have came out today by Brie Larson, this would move some copies. I'm surprised they haven't re-released this or in any way talked about it, because I'm pretty in touch with the Marvel fandom and I had no idea. I knew Robert Downey Jr. had an album. I knew Jeremy Renner had sang before, but I had no inclination that Brie Larson had ever put a record down.
Yeah, this isn't one of the situations where you have like a Mandy Moore or a Billie Piper who were teen pop sensations. Then they're like, no, they just fully shifted over to acting. Brie had already been in a couple films. This comes out and then more films come. I'd be fascinated to hear Brie Larson go back and do another album.
Yeah, 100%. I want more of this now. That's what I was left thinking after. It's a shame there's only one of these.
So, Brie, if you're listening, grab a guitar, grab a notebook.
Figure something out. Yeah.
Grab a notebook and a pen, and let's hear some more, because you know what? The songwriting chops are there. Let's hear it.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel bad, though, because your shuffle of Finally Out of P.E. is actually my skip.
That's your skip?
Yep. But I have a reason for this. And again, much like with Jeremy Renner's The Medicine EP, I found this very hard to find a skip. But for this song, I actually felt it was a little too down tempo for me. This song feels like it needs to be at a faster tempo. It feels like someone played the 45 at 33 speed.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're talking. I kind of see what you're getting at there. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to hearing a song at a mid-tempo kind of thing. And then you go see it live and it gets up-tempo just because of the adrenaline of playing live. But this song felt like it should have been faster. And I don't know if it was recorded off the floor or if it was recorded in bits and pieces. And if it was recorded in bits and pieces, then clearly the song should have been recorded off the floor. That's the feel I got. It wanted more energy than what was on here.
See, I kind of liked that because it did remind me, like I said, more of those early 2000s. A lot of stuff sounded like this, but I also think the same thing for them. There's a lot of songs from that era that you could speed up a little bit and they would be just as powerful, if not more, as what they are.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes you write a song really fast on the record and then you want to slow it down for live. So especially songs where there's a lot of lyrics.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I'm going to draw another 7 Degrees of Separation. I just recently saw Metric, who, of course, were in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Brie Larson covered their song for that movie, and they played one of their biggest songs, Breathing Underwater, much slower and on a piano every time they play it live. They do it that way. They slow it down, they play it on the piano, and that's their crowd involvement song. And it made the song better to hear it that way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to like speed tempo this, don't put it through the speed metal meat grinder, but I feel like it needed a bit of a live infusion vibe to it. And that's it. The song is good. Just, play it at 1.5 or play it at 1.2 speed and you'll be fine.
I think that was like with my skip too. It's the skip simply because by default this one should probably be the skip, but not because it's a bad song.
Which is
Ugly.
Okay.
Because it felt like the cheesiest of the bunch. It felt like the one that fell into a lot of writing pigeonholes where it's like you can kind of anticipate what the next lyric is going to be on the first listen a little bit, which lends itself to cheesiness for me. So that's why Ugly ended up at the and again, it's not that I don't like it. It's still a good song. There's not a bad song on this album. It was just that it was a little bit generic for me.
I mean, I get that. And keep in mind, too, that aside from the bonus track, this would have been the last track on the disc. The bonus track is Hope Has Wings, which was, of course, featured on the Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus film soundtrack.
I missed that one. That one didn't get on my radar when I was 10.
I know. It's go back for a rewatch. I'm not even going to check if it qualifies because I'm pretty darn skippy. There's no critic score on that whatsoever.
Those Barbie animated movies have a ridiculous following, though. There's a lot of people that swear by those movies. I have heard those. I've heard that the Barbie animated movies are very sacred to a certain fandom.
Well, we're not here to diss Barbie at all.
You hear the torches and the pitchforks coming out? I do.
Right now, there's a bunch of people with their Barbie DVDs as shields and holding
there was
guitars.
There was like 20 of those things too. There was a lot of those animated Barbie movies.
Yeah, various versions of Barbie are about to come kick my ass. That's basically what's coming up right now. All right, so I'll remind our listeners what your spin, shuffle, and skip picks are from Brie Larson's Finally Out of P.E.
My spin was Life After You. My shuffle was Finally Out of P.E. with an honorable mention for Shoebox. And my skip was Ugly, not because it's bad, just because it's a little cheesy.
All right. For me, my spin is Done With Like. My shuffle is Falling Into History. And my skip is Finally Out of P.E. But if you play the record at 45 speed instead of 33, Finally Out of P.E. is still a decent song. Well, thank you so much for this. Now, remind our listeners what you're up to and where they can find you out there on the interwebs.
I am a producer at Anthem Sports and Entertainment. You can find me on Instagram at lyle.r11. And make sure to watch your TNA Wrestling every Thursday night with the best company going.
All right. And dear listeners, you guys know the drill. If there is an album that you want us to cover on Spin, Shuffle, Skip, like the eventual future Brie Larson second album, or an artist that you want us to cover on There Can Only Be One, hit us up on social media at OnlyOneCast or go to our website at notthatbadcast.com. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to the website so when we post a new episode, you get notified right to your email. Until next time, he's Lyle, I'm Jay. You guys are awesome. This is Spin Shuffle Skip on the There Can Only Be One podcast channel, a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Take care.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.